the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. A huge opportunity for both of these teams to get a boost and find a way to break into the top 25 if they can come out with a victory. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass on second down. He's going to fire deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. This offense has it with really good field position. Grabbed behind the line. It's Abrams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is the type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want respect. They've worked so hard all offseason, all season up to this point to try to get that number beside their name. And this is the game. If you win it, you're going to get it.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Caught over the middle. It's Hamilton. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
To the ground with the back. Creates a little space. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Wrestled out of bounds at the 26. A huge pickup on the ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Sometimes there are careless interceptions and other times forced ones, and the defense forced that one.
They did. Nice job dialing up the pressure. Great job getting to the QB. So much athleticism on this defense. And moving forward, this offense is going to have to be really careful thinking about how they need to protect their quarterback to give him a chance.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Jackson going to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
All wideouts, no backs. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fullback's got it. Runs through the tackle. The gun wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Find some fresh air. Kept it and he's past the marker. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You know, on a third and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up fourth down.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that. Now, I know that.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Jackson will throw. got his man down the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Leaves it with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Reed. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Hand off to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical, but pulling the backside guard on that play, he completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Sending the offense back to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll try the left side. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jackson gonna throw it. Flips it out on the screen. Across the 45. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Got room at the 35. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's knocked down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
And the Gators line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Boston College. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They kick it away on 4th down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jackson will throw. Buys a little time. Now he'll throw back into the middle.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously.
A shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Abrams. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing they... to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
So now it's 2nd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And it's right down the boulevard. They're now up 9-0. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Here comes the heat. He's got it down the left. It's a running room. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's looking to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half, when you got to have it. Execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Jackson will throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Gives it on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Trying play action. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They go to the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. At the 45 on his way. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Great timing here between the quarterback and receiver. Down close to the end zone, ball's got to come out quickly. Receivers got to win quickly, and they were on the same page on that TD.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 4 over UConn. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Hamilton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The quick out. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Quickly complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage.
Unloads it downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He's in open space downfield. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. Got a man. It's Abrams. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job
There he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to see.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. Back to the ground game on the left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He wants to change this route. Motion from the back. Jackson gonna throw it. Going for it all. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Well, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Jackson will throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Under fire. He's going to run it. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. No sign any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Gators will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Showing blitz, they might be bluffing. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
On the ground, it's Reed. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's open on the right. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
They're dealing with a second and long. They go to the ground. Past the 30. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And the Rebels are on the move. They'll give it to him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be...
Touchdown, Rebels! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
No doubt who the quarterback was going to on that play. Down close, by the goal line. There was only one dude that could make that play, and the quarterback found him.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The snap sets up the throw. And he'll be brought down.
What a big play by this defense. You give up the touchdown. You don't get discouraged. You bow up. Tight coverage on the 2-point conversion. And now, more importantly, you still have the lead late in this football game.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
The RPO fired complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Jackson gonna throw it. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
The kick is on its way. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. On the run, it's Reed. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And you're in a position to take the lead right now. You're in field goal range. Field goal is going to give you the lead. So let's go attitude downhill runs. Throwing the ball here, you risk taking sacks. You risk turning it over. You need plays that you can run in your sleep, and you've got to trust the big fellas up front to get it done.
The Rebels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep 2 hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
The give to the fullback. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in, puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.